shit. Ba, ba, ba. Okay. Hell. Why is my subtitles not on? Oh, they are.
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny
It's been so long, I don't even
brain.
remember what the last case was.
The fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
Okay, hold on. I do.
Is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many...
What was the last fucking... This isn't...
Many imbeciles have confessed in the short case. Ray Pinker will let us know in good time.
A fine morning indeed. We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Californians love a fad, Phelps. As long as the bricks hold up at San Quentin, there'll always be killers from this town to center.
I'm about.
Greetings from sunny California. When's it going to stop? First the letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests on your record are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Period.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows make it the man, Phelps. You can't always hit home runs. Sometimes you just gotta make first base.
Fuck my partner, bro. This kid's so annoying.
Detectives?
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene is secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death?
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
Man. Okay.
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services, F1363.
Tell me, all I'm getting off her body is fucking a driving cleaning service? That ass? Okay.
No drag marks. The killer was moving around, surveying the scene. Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
Why did that scare? That scared me, bro.
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all
Hobo
follow him
leader.
around.
What the fuck?
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Wasn't no fucking hobo.
Nothing significant.
Okay.
Doesn't look like anything.
Why does it sound like I'm walking in a pool?
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Hobo camp.
Thanks for your help.
this nigga always thinking I'm about to drive.
Can you drive to this one?
You're driving.
And where exactly are we going? No message.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written onto them. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow you.
Can't be the same guy is what I'm saying, all right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand?
Bro, I fucking hate my partner. I miss the old one.
At least the rain stopped. You can change back into those white bucks now.
What is he talking about?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case, and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look. You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
Okay, bitch.
You wrote the number down on that dress, is it there?
Shit. F1363.
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
Yes, sir. What you mean? Don't. Can I talk to him? Now we just open the book. The fuck? I don't think I can talk to him.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Go to the hobo camp, yes.
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic types show a particular disposition for this stuff.
Oh my god.
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss.
Why are kids? Them kids look evil as fuck.
I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Terrelson, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's procedure.
Right,
You
nigga,
see to your
shut your
girls.
ass up. These ugly ass kids.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Terrelson? Let him search. You got nothing to hide. You want to hear something funny, Terrelson? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules them out as a suspect.
Need to check if she was a regular.
No good to me. I doubt it. I wonder why the picture was turned down.
Right, what's really going on?
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks, ma'am. If you'd excuse me, ladies.
Not sure this means much.
So she went out without her handbag? She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind. At least she was spared that particular indignity. We could see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene. Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
Whoa, hold on. Ah. I just what? I need to start going outside more than shit. Probably gonna be shit outside here.
For the record, Mr. Terrellson, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
So you don't know anyone who would want her dead?
No, I don't.
Okay, I fucked up there.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
I can't accuse him for that.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. A bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. Baron's Bar.
Okay.
She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and bring her home.
Mr. Terrellson, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
I think you're in an unhappy marriage, Lars. I think you're lying, and you would like to get it off your chest.
You telling me my wife was unhappy? What proof do you have of that?
What the fuck is the... So that didn't count? I can't use that as a fucking clue? What? Are you serious? Okay.
Sorry. Sometimes you have to shake the tree to see what falls out. Spill it, Terrellson. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well.
Fuck this
I
guy.
married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
Okay.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. Paid the sitter and went to bed.
You're lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
The muddy boots! The muddy boots! I'm on his ass!
You were out in the rain. You got soaked, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me.
Fuck this guy.
Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Terrellson. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, if you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life.
Bro, fuck this kid. Okay, we're out.
Appreciate your time, sir.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
Go to the motherfucking hobo camp.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought.
Hey, yay. The hobo camp. Oh, that's so fucked up.
Oh, you bother. Don't leave me alone. I fought. Where's my wife? No one cares about me. I took a
We're
bullet.
looking
No
for
one
a
cares
tall
about me.
man with a disfigured face. Do you know him?
Huh? What? I fought in 2 wars, you know, son. I think I earned some peace and quiet.
The bum isn't here.
Look at these people.
We should follow their
Leave me
lead.
alone.
These guys
Good.
can
No,
wait.
no.
You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Is this bro's house? Is that where we were just at? Why did it say we go back to her house? Damn, we just gonna run that fucking sign over. That little pole. Was it closed? Like, what the fuck?
Gents, drink?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrellson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. You know, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions. What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
So we left her at 8:30. Okay, so... Okay. So... She left her husband around 8:30. He says she left around 10:30. I'm gonna go good cop.
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
That cherry pie was delish.
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable.
Okay.
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
I don't know, bro. I'm gonna go back up.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, 2 creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other man?
Ooh.
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Okay. Okay.
Any idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
He lying.
She was murdered, Benny. Brutally murdered. If you like this lady, you should give us something.
You telling me I'm not cooperating? Watch it, pal.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
He definitely fucking knows.
This is Bates.
He about to run.
That's him.
LAPD, don't make me chase you, shitbird. We can't let the son of a bitch get away.
Fuck.
Bates!
Quick as
Just
hell.
want to talk.
Hey, this nigga quick as fuck.
Get in and drive. I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Hit him! Clean this asshole off the road.
I hit him.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine. Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
Bro, I got you, bro.
Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
I'm literally on his car.
Let's end this farce.
Are you
I'll come
fucking
to shoot out his
joking?
tires. Wish me luck.
Oh, he's gonna get
Showing
away.
you how it's done.
He's gonna get the fuck away. No! Please, 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 please. You told me I was just on top of this kid's car and he just keeps driving? Are you fucking joking?
Come on, Phelps. You're letting this lust get away from you.
Bro, shut the fuck up.
Now is not the time to play around, Phelps. Maybe you shouldn't have waited for me, Phelps.
Bro, shut the fuck up. Gotta get his drive.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
Finally.
All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Give it up, LAPD.
Like, what the fuck?
Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She's okay. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
You lying?
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look,
Whoa!
I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Okay. Oh. Why he look fat and skinny at the same time? It's scary. Who's the phone, nigga?
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thank you.
I heard he's an honest cop.
Okay, bro is detained.
Heavens!
What?
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
I can't go back to them.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Why do I have to go back here? Let's see. This brother's detained. Can go here first. Or should I wait? Like, what if the dude at the... Nah.
Can you drive to this one?
Nah,
And where exactly are we going?
Cause what if bro at the fucking station tell me something crazy?
11K, response on your 18 yellow cab number 3591. The vehicle has been identified at a gas station. Now heading west on 7th Street.
Fuck! Fuck! Oh no! No, sir. We gotta go to the cab. Oh shit. I'm driving, bro. Fuck. Come on.
Garage on 7th Street. Let's hit it, Phelps. The cab driver might tie this whole thing together.
I hope you're right.
You see our taxi anywhere? Whoa, if someone reports this...
Bam. 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 Bro, the street. What is this?
Hey!
I'm taking entirely too long to get here.
Oh, God, you're gonna kill us!
Why is this so far?
Yellow cab number 3591, sighted at the corner of Wilshire and Whitmer. Repeat, Wilshire and Whitmer, 11K.
3591, that's him there, Phelps.
LAPD, we're investigating a murder.
What's that got to do with me?
The fare you picked up from Barron's bar last night. What was the woman wearing?
A green dress. Oh, don't tell me something's happened to her.
Tell me about her.
She was with this sailor, and he was all over her. She wasn't having any of it. Said she just wanted to dance. But he had that look in his eye.
Where did you drop them off?
Let's do this.
It's at the Crystal Ballroom.
What time?
After midnight. 12:30? Something like that.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Well, that's gonna ruin my day.
That fucking accent has to go, bro. Oh no, you're fucking driving, bro.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
12:30.
You're behind the wheel.
So he said he dropped off around 12:30. What? Okay, I guess. I'll drive. Fuck it. The fuck? She doesn't really feel him. Oh yeah, we on his ass when we get to the station. What is this?
Officer needs help. 415 and shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. Unit to handle code 3 identify.
This is 11K. We'll handle the 415.
11K, officer needs help. 415 shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue.
Hey, come on! Just go easy, Phelps.
What happened to the... Okay.
That's the cop who caught her.
He's in interview 2.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning. You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
I don't believe you, Jessup. You let Bates have it. What's to stop me from thinking that you lost your temper and slugged Teresa Terrellson, too?
What have you got that says I hurt her? You got nothing on me.
Looks like I made a mistake.
I'm back copying.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. Where did you go after the Crystal Ballroom?
I think the wind had gone out of her sails by then. She caught a cab, and I caught a bus back to the base.
We spoke to the cab driver. Tell us what really happened at the Crystal Ballroom.
I'd had enough. She was all upset about her husband bawling about her kids. She looked old. Left around closing, maybe 1:30. We got on a bus and she fell asleep on my shoulder.
Which bus?
An All-American, 249. I went past her place. She jumped off and I stayed on it downtown. After that, I caught another bus to San Pedro. The Indiana's down there. She's being scrapped.
And that was the last you saw of Teresa.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't say much. I think she was kind of embarrassed.
The cab driver said that you were getting pretty familiar with Teresa.
It's not how I'd put it.
Tell the truth, Jessup. You were running out of time. You wanted to get laid and Teresa wouldn't come across. It made you crazy, so you strangled her with a piece of rope.
For Christ's sake, that's not true. I felt sorry for her. What proof do you have that I strangled her? My CO is gonna kill me.
I don't... Okay.
I've never struck a woman in my life.
I
Done a few
fucking
things
knew
I'm
it!
ashamed of, but that's not one of them.
We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in two in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
What now? Drive all the way to San Pedro and check his locker?
Let's see if the bus story checks out.
There's a depot at 1660 Beverly Boulevard.
I say we bust in there.
Can you drive to this one?
Officer needs help. 415 and shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. Unit to handle code 3 identify.
This is 11K. We'll handle the 415.
Who said that?
11K, officer needs help. 415 shots
Who
fired.
said that? Why am I doing this
Bunker
now? I
Hill
didn't say
Avenue,
that.
313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 11K, code 3.
Why don't you come on out, Jimmy? I won't let them hurt you. Not my honey boy.
I told you not to call me that, woman. Now shut the hell up.
You
Is that the cab driver?
That the lady of the house?
It's a nice story. 2 old lovebirds just moved in together. But they had a falling out, and he chased her across the yard with a 12 gauge. Now it's him or us.
That's the motherfucking cab driver that we just
Get
saw.
the bastard!
Officer down!
Oh shit!
Give yourself up! Now!
Don't go in there!
You're a
Whoa!
cop killer!
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Honey boy, what have they done to you?
What the fuck? Bro, that was the fucking cab driver. Honey boy. He literally fucking...
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
3 suspects in the can and 1 on the hoof. And still no hard evidence on any of them.
KGPL to car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, could we have Lars Terrelson picked up?
11K, roger.
Oh, shit. Look at bro twitching in the back.
And thank you, ma'am. You
I
have
was supposed to go see the hobo.
Where are you boys headed today?
LAPD. We're after the driver of All-American 249. Would have been around midnight onwards last night.
Just a minute. Frank Zeffirelli. He's your man.
Where can we find him?
Frank is out on the 7-4.
Can you tell us the route?
Hang on. I should have it mapped out here somewhere.
I'll need to run the loop.
Any more than staying in the garage makes you a car. We're not going to drive the whole thing, are we?
Won't take long. We have a siren.
Bruh, this fat ass.
All-American 7-4. Let's go get him. This could be a long trip, Cole.
Or it could be a short one.
And here's me without my hip flask and only a pain in the ass for company.
Way to kick off the drive in high spirits, Rusty. Comments like that put me in just the right mood for some legwork.
Touchy.
You know what your problem is? You don't like hard work. This kind of rigorous search is what police work is all about. Discipline.
Save it, Phelps. You're just as bored as I am.
Bro, they serious? Move. Y'all hear the siren? Buses.
Nope, still no sign of him.
Did you doze off, Rusty? I think you slept through my solving the case.
Yeah, very funny. Just give me a nudge at the scene, right?
How about you nudge me?
I think that's a job for your wife.
All right.
Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding right now? It's gotta be the most boring thing I've ever had to do, bro. I'm trying to get back into the story. Damn,
get the point.
Bus! I think we found it.
How long is this bus route?
It actually covers an area around the size of Central. That's the bus we're looking for. Ease in behind her and get her to the side of the road. There's the bus. Cole, turn on the siren and pull her over.
She is! Shut the fuck up!
There's some kind of problem, buddy?
LAPD, we're investigating a murder. You had a sailor and a woman in a green dress on your bus late last night?
That's correct.
And the woman got off first, around 2 a.m.?
Yeah, that's right. And the sailor stayed on all the way to downtown.
Can you tell us where you let the woman off?
On California Street. To tell you the truth, she looked a little lost, like she got off on the wrong stop or something. I didn't like dropping her off near that hobo camp.
You've been a big help, Mr. Zeffirelli.
Ooh. Ooh.
So Sailor Boy escaped by the seat of his bell-bottom trousers. He left the broad alive.
Left her by the hobo camp.
Which means he's as good as killed her.
We can't eliminate any of them, but the disfigured man should be our starting point.
I'm gonna call for some backup. These bows hate cops.
We're looking for a tall, disfigured man at the camp.
Could be difficult. Most bums look deformed to me.
Come on, Rusty. This isn't gothic fiction. Hobos are just like you or me. They're just men who've fallen on hard times.
You ain't much of a detective, Phelps, if you think a hobo's like me. Clue number one, how do I smell?
Once
of
again,
alcohol and stale sweat.
Fuck this guy.
You know, I may be onto something here.
Very funny, Phelps.
Like, this fucking guy sucks. I hate this dude. Give me a new partner. I already am on path. So it was smart to go there first.
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
I need you to stay copacetic. We need to hold out for the cavalry advance.
How do we do that?
Like this. Fuck that. Keep you down, Phelps.
If you want your rightful share, we need to fight for it!
These men know they're harboring a murderer?
Oh shit, he about to lay my ass out!
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
I don't care to see that, honestly. Oh!
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin. Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Probably not that.
gotta check this whole thing. Okay. What the fuck was that noise? Bro, I hate when he walks behind me like that. Okay, so you can only go ahead.
Hey. She wants a 5-star guy. See him? I saw his picture. He worked that case for me.
Can you keep things under control until Pinker and Carruthers finish up?
Sure, Detective. We'll stay out of their way.
Mister, are you?
Where's that?
You can't do this.
I'm out of here. That broad has socks in it.
That's disgusting. Didn't you ever...
The fuck?
You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
You can drive.
husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same shtick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession, and we can charge the bum with murder.
Oh. What's up, Bonzo? Oh, shit. Finally, yeah, I know I've been MIA for a little bit. Just for a little bit, man. I don't know why his house is still an option. I don't get it.
I can't believe Teresa's dead.
Huh? What's who playing?
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
Oh, shit.
We're going this way.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys
What
for
are you
flamethrower
doing?
duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrelson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terrelson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof, lackey.
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
This guy think he's
A bus
so
driver
fucking
dropped
smart.
Mrs. Terrelson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
I don't even know what he just said.
You're lying, Ackerman. There must be a reason. You could have killed her in the camp.
My reasons are my own. Can you disprove what I say?
You don't ask, you never find out.
Nightbot! Wow.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Where were you around 2 a.m. last night?
At the camp.
He said he was at the camp.
You were up on the hill. You were seen during the day. We have a witness. We have evidence. Come clean with me, Ackerman, and I'll see what I can do for you.
I despise your pity. You have nothing that links me to this woman.
We have you cold, Ackerman. Her purse and the ballroom ticket were in your lean-to. Tell us why you did it.
I kill because people need killing. It's what I was trained to do.
Huh?
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
I still don't feel like he did it.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Tarleton will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
It's not my fucking partner. He doesn't do anything. Bro, I'm so hungry.
The flames in me. And now my heart's a blazing ruin. You say that you were only fooling. Don't walk away. Don't do me wrong. Don't leave me singing this torched song when I'm burning.
I don't give a good streaming.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Okay. I am starving. So I'm going to be right back. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna end the stream and eat and shit. So, thanks Bonzo for coming out to the stream, bro. I love you, man.